Guys, I'm Barb. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to discuss a difficult subject for many, the two types of categories on KDP. You can see I'm here in the bookshelf part of my dashboard, and we're going to look at this book here. I'm going to go to Edit Book Details and this category section down here. Now there are two types of categories on KDP. The first one is the BISAC categories, and that's what you're seeing right here. When you publish your book, you're given two choices of categories and subcategories to place your book into. So you can look here, when you hit choose categories, it's going to open these main categories here. Then you can click on those to open them even further to try to find a subcategory to place your book into. I think you can go down 3 tiers. So like if we did fiction, action and adventure, and now we're doing some African American, and then you can just pick another one from there. You get the idea there. So let me cancel that because I don't want to change the categories that I currently have this book in. But these are the BISAC categories, and what that stands for is Book Industry Standards and Communications. So what this is very limited choices here when you first upload, and what it is just kind of a general standardized way for the book industry to categorize your books. So let's say in a bookstore or library somewhere, they need to know where to place those books on a shelf, so they give it these BISAC categories. A good thing about KDP that a lot of people don't know is that you can add 8 more for a total of 10 categories to place your book into. So the way I'm going to show you how to do that. So these first two, again, I repeat, are the BISAC categories. Now the next type of categories are the Amazon search categories. And let me show you how to find those. So if we go to Amazon, over here in this left corner, you're going to see all. So let's click that. And then we're going to go down to shop by department and go to books. This is if you were looking for Kindle media right there, but let's go on up to books, and we're going to click that. Then down here along the side, you're going to see department and books, and what all these are is the Amazon search categories, because a lot of people, when they come to Amazon, they're going to search by category. They're not going to search by a specific name or anything. They're just going to be browsing along kind of by categories that they're interested in. So that's what these are. So if we click on, let's just say history. So now we've got a category of books, subcategory of history. Let's just choose Africa. So now the string that we've got here is books, history, Africa, and we could click a little further and say Egypt. So now we have books, history, Middle East, and Egypt. Now you need to write these down because you have got to find your own categories when you want to add more categories to your book to help the visibility of your book. So that's what we're doing here. You're trying to find more categories that are relevant to your book. It's very important that you make sure you're not just placing your book in categories that it doesn't belong. You need to make sure that the categories that you pick are relevant to your book and really tell what your book is about. KDP will eventually find your book if you stick it in some odd category that has nothing to do with your book and your keywords. KDP is going to find that book and they're going to remove that book. Just make sure that as you're picking the categories that it's relevant. By picking categories that describe your book, it's going to help KDP place your book out there so that it is visible to other people. Now you can change your categories every now and then, but KDP really frowns upon you doing it over and over again. Okay, but this is, I'm just showing you how you can find some categories to place your book into so you can use all 10 that you're allowed on KDP. So let me show you another way to do this. You can go to a book. I'm going to go search for blank comic book because that's the one that I was looking at on my page. Okay, so let's take this one. Right here, when you hover over this, it's going to tell you, at least it's going to show you 3 of the categories that this book is ranking, that this book is placed into, and its rank in that category. So it's going to show you 3 of them. I'm going to show you a website where you can take the ASIN number here, and we're going to copy it, and then we're going to go to this website called Nerdy Book Girl, and we're going to place that there, that ASIN number in here, and we're going to search. And it's going to show us some more categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up here it's showing us 6 categories that this blank comic book is placed in. So comic books, comics, crafts and hobbies, which I suppose it would be, you know, drawing comics would be hobbies. I don't know about the paper, stamping, stenciling, book making and binding part. And this one's book, reference, writing, research, and publishing. I'm not sure about that one either. But anyway, let's just say that that is where that book belongs. I'm going to go ahead and copy these. Okay, then we're going to go back to Amazon. Okay, so say those are the categories that I want to place my book into. We're going to go up here to help. And then we're going to go over here on the left-hand side down here to contact us. Go to Amazon Store and Product Detail page. Update Amazon categories. And then it's going to open up this email. And it tells you exactly what you need to do. Submit all your category requests in one message. If you're making a request for multiple books, please include them all in the same message. Also include specific marketplace of the category as they differ between Amazon stores. So I guess if you want to change it like in just the US, or you want to change it in Denmark, Europe, all those different places, you need to let them know. You need the ASIN number of your book, the marketplace, the book format, and the categories that you want to place your book into. So here's the example that they give you. This would be your ASIN number. This would be like Amazon.com. It's a paperback, and then you need to put all the categories that you have found that you want your book placed into. So here it says categories to be added. So if I was going to use all those categories we found, I would paste them into here along with my ASIN number. I would say Amazon.com paperback, and then I've got all these categories that I want my book placed into. And then down here it says categories to be removed. I don't have any categories I want to be removed, so I'm just going to pull that off of there. And so once you've got all the books listed, all the categories, whatever you're doing, then you would just hit send. And Amazon, it'll take it a few days, but Amazon is going to add all those categories to your book, which is hopefully going to help your book become more visible and found by readers. Now, I will tell you that your keywords also play a big part in your categories. I'm not going to go into it deep in this video, but just know that your keywords play a huge part. They need to be unique, specific, and an accurate description of your book. So you kind of need to think like the reader. What are they searching for? How would they search? You never want to use inaccurate, misleading keywords or like an author's name. Thank you guys so much for coming along. I hope you learned something today. Please like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.